Sahil wants to know if you guys think there will ever be a reboot of The Professional.
Yes. I'm actually shocked there hasn't been one already. It's a timeless one. It's like you could take that story and have made it in 1960, you can make it in 2015. I'm shocked it hasn't been remade already, so I think they will. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think the only reason they haven't is because Natalie Portman and Gary Oldman are such a force, maybe that's the only reason why they haven't, but they should.
I think most people don't even realize Natalie Portman was in it.
Right. Really?
I think most of the general movie-going public don't realize that was her in it.
She was awesome in it. Yeah. So good.
I think they're going to remake it. Maybe Luc Besson will remake his own
himself.
movie.
That's becoming a little bit of a trend, actually. All right, what's next?
Denarian Saul wants to know which Star Wars spin-off you're most excited for.
His name sounds like one of the Nova characters from Guardians of the Galaxy. Denarian Day. Okay. Well, since technically speaking, we don't even factually know what the spin-offs are going to be, I can't answer that. I mean, is it going to be a Boba Fett one? Maybe. Is it going to be a Han Solo one? Maybe. Is it going to be a Little Yoda one? Maybe. Until I know, I can't say which one I'm most excited about because as of right now, we don't know what they're going to be. But what about you guys? In theory, which one, like Schnepp, in theory, which would be your favorite one that you're most looking forward to?
Well, the Boba Fett one, since I know that's the one they're making, is the one I'm looking forward to the most. And then the Han Solo one, I keep thinking that Yoda one is just going to be a Lego Yoda. That's what I think. That would kind of be awesome. I think they're going to rock it Yoda style that way. But yeah, the Boba Fett one, in theory. So
Dennis?
In theory, Han Solo, but it's also the one I'm most scared about because they could really royally mess it up.
Yeah. And it's like casting. Yeah. Who do you get to be a young Han Solo?
Yeah,
I mean, it's so weird.
I don't know. I feel the same way as you. It's like, how can I make a call on something I don't know? I don't know what the end results are yet. I don't know who's going to be what. I don't know what spin-offs they're making. Princess Leia, maybe? I always related to her as a kid with her giant hair buns. I don't know.
All right, what's next?
Shigeru News wants to know if Big Hero 6 is a huge box office hit, do you see Disney making more Marvel animated films?
It's certainly possible. I mean, it will open the doors. But really, Big Hero 6, despite the association with its name, this isn't really a big Marvel adaptation. This is something kind of different and unique that they're doing. But, if the only two choices are it increases the chances for Marvel animated movies or decreases the chances, I'll say increase, but in general, I don't think Marvel's really interested in making animated feature films based on the Marvel properties right now. Schnepp, what do you think?
I would say 2 words, Power Pack. That is an old series with the little kids who all have their powers. That is a perfect follow-up to Big Hero 6.
Yeah, that's a really great one. Dennis?
I hope you're wrong about Marvel. I hope they are interested in making an animated version and just keep it separate. Like, who wouldn't want to see a Pixar-like animated version of Avengers? But just say, look, this has nothing to do with our live-action cinematic stuff. This is purely just for the kids. I'd love to see that.
That'd be interesting.
I think they could. I just think it's a matter of whether or not they can execute well because they're so good at execution.
Yeah.
So that it would be down to that.
Bring John Lasseter on board and kind of oversee it. That would be interesting. Okay, we have time for one more.
Tyre Francis says, in honor of the new Giver movie, is there a book adaptation you're waiting to be made into a film? Mine is Anthem.
Mine has, for now, and has always been Shogun, James Clavell's Shogun. They made a wicked miniseries out of it in the 80s. Obviously, you'd have to cram that down, but I have wanted a Shogun. I think it would just be incredible. I think people would eat it up, too. I think it would be marketable. I think it has high quality, great characters. So, yeah, I want Shogun. What about you guys?
That makes me think of my dad. My dad introduced me to Shogun.
Oh, really?
He was obsessed with it.
My mom introduced me to it, too.
That's cool. For classic books, I can't really think of anything. I know that The Interestings is becoming a movie now, and it's a great read. I just read it. And The Goldfinch, also amazing book that they're turning into a movie. And I'm really excited for Gone Girl because the book was so outrageous. Like, you can't even believe what you're reading because it's so out there. So I'm really curious to see how Fincher is going to make that one happen.
Do you guys have a book that you really think is just dying to be made?
I don't know if it's dying to be made, but it'd be interesting seeing Vonnegut's Cat's Cradle get turned into a movie.
You've mentioned that before, actually. Yeah.
But I don't know if it's adaptable because it's so out there and weird.
Well, they said that about Watchmen.
Yeah.
What about you, Schnepp?
I was going to say Burning Chrome. Like, one of the cyberpunk books would be really fun to see. I mean, especially now that we're all living in a cyberpunk world. Before those things become like part of our reality. I'd like to see it adapted.
You know what the funny thing is? Whenever I hear somebody say cyberpunk, I take a second because I have to adjust my head, because I always initially think they're talking about that book series that William Shatner wrote. What was that, like the Tech Wars or something? So whenever somebody says cyberpunk, I think the William Shatner thing?
Shatner as the weird cop from the future? Yeah.
What about you, Chris Lee? I know you like to read a lot of novels. Is there anyone that you really hope they turn to a movie eventually?
I do. I actually just got really excited because one of the new John Green books, Paper Towns and Looking for Alaska, one got greenlit and one has a director. And I just started reading The Discovery of Witches, which if you love witches, vampires, and demons, but not in the really cheesy way that Twilight was, it's a great series that I think would make an amazing movie.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.